And we are live, and I can see all the good stuff coming through. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't. And what we is here today to bring you guys and girls One Piece episode 1071. I'm talking the one, I'm talking the only, I'm talking the absolute amazing Gear 5 episode, okay? I have not seen the episode yet. I'm excited. Alright, I've avoided spoilers like a madman. For those of you that know me personally or, are in contact with me, you'll know I've just been off the deep end, absolutely hiding from absolutely everyone and everything, avoiding all spoilers for this episode. I've been waiting for it. I'm excited. I'm keen. All I want to do is get into the greatness here. So, I'm not going to be going for long. This video is going to be about half an hour. The episode's about 20-25 minutes. I haven't been watching any of it lately. So, you know me, I'm just at the point at the moment where I just want to dive into it. I haven't even seen, like, the Topiropo fights or the King Queen fights and Kid and Law fights. I actually was planning to do a big set of streams leading up to this, catching up on all of that, but unfortunately I did not have the time. So I may go back and actually do a bunch of streams going back in time as well to watch the episodes leading up to this. I know that this episode here, even though it's the reveal of Gear 5, it isn't going to be the meat and potatoes of this battle by any means. In fact, 1072 is supposed to absolutely go wild, even more so than this one, in terms of like the actual animation and stuff like that. So this is supposed to just be a taste, a prelude, right, into the greatness that is to come. But that being said, we're gonna get straight into the greatness now. All right, we're watching on Crunchyroll. Obviously for copyright reasons I can't show the episode, but what I am gonna do, subtitles are up so you'll know exactly where we are, and I'll obviously be talking through it the entire time. So let's get into the greatness. Alright, so we've got the Toei. We've got everyone's favorite Toei animation cat doing its thing. Oh, we're also supposed to get a new ending song this episode, I think. Ooh. I've only heard this opening a handful of times because I haven't been watching the anime in a real long time. So, it's cool kind of hearing it in that. Like, I have a lot more love for a lot of the older, openings and stuff like that. But I think that's just also because I've been with them a lot longer. There's a lot more nostalgia involved in some of the older openings. But some of these new ones, these slap. These go hard. Alrighty. Oh, yo, I love Onigishima's skull, like, jumping over and actually, like, eating over Wano. Yo, it looks so crisp. Jinbei and Who's Who, I want to go back and see the animation for that fight, because I have seen a snippet of it, and it looks damn good. I haven't seen anyone talk about the Big Mom vs. Kid and Law fight, though, so I kind of feel like it probably wasn't all that good in the anime, if no one's really been talking about it. But I guess that's one of those things where it's just like, it is what it is. Alright, so, the opening song's over. We're a minute 40 in, and, I can hover this here, actually, so you can sort of see. Ooh. Ooh. Bing, bing, bong. Are we just jumping straight into it? Luffy's peak. Oh, wait, hold on. The subtitles looked a little, not normal then. And the world government ships all around Wano. You got Zunisha walking in. You actually get a good sense of scale of the size of Zou compared to Wano there. The music's going hard. I can hear the drums of liberation. Oh! The drums of liberation. Yo! They literally have the like a heartbeat monitor for him, saying like gear 5th in Japanese, I'm pretty sure. Yo. I love the beat. Dun 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 dun. Yo. Yeah, okay, so they even say Joy Boy in the heartbeat and that. His legs look longer there in a weird way. So his hair turns white first. And then everything starts jumping around him. What happened to me? Yo, what? His body's just warping around. Like his heart's beating bigger than his body. This is very flowy. Oh, what's the battle? Yo, I love how happy he looks already. But this is getting fun. So he lays back down and the Congress Haki just blasts everywhere. And the Congress Haki's going wild while Luffy's literally just laying on the ground flailing. We get like a Dragon Ball power up with the Conquerors. There's this like white aura spewing everywhere. And finally his clothes turn white too. Yo, and Sanji's the first up, he can sense it. You're awake, Sanji-kun. Pirate Man. Oh, I immediately just autofilled to Sanji-kun. So even the Conquerors is going to the beat. That's a cool, subtle little detail to that. So Sanji, then Law, then Marco is the order of people that sensed him being. Oh! What? He like powers up and an energy beam just blasts through the roof. And then the heavens split again, just on him. Sacrificing one of our best agents. Only to enrage Kaido is like putting the cart before the horse. But what if it's better than the alternative? Yo, I don't want to spoil for the anime onlys, but those that know, I can name drop this guy now. The world government has always tried to get a hold of the Gum Gum fruit. So far, the animation's been, like, through the roof, but it's been slow opening. Have they gotten the Hiyori and Orochi stuff out of the way before this? Like, surely we're just getting straight into the conflict. Zone-type devil fruits have a will of their own. Yo, the music's picking up nicely here. Dun-ta-da-ta-ta, dun-ta-da-ta-ta, dun-ta-da. The red eyes! The Zone human fruit. Mythical type model. Yo! That looks so fresh animated. Yo, Young, good to see you, my dude. Yeah, 1072 is supposed to be way better. Yo, I love the bing bong sound effects. But why is he flailing so much? Like, he can't sit still. It's like when he first went Gear 4 and Dopey was taking the piss out of him because he can't sit still. He's literally bouncing. Yo, the schwip sound effects. This is 100% going to be the Toon Force there. The music was go to this episode. Yeah, 100%. The music's going through the roof already. Yo, come on. Come on. Yeah, look at the shit-eating grin. That was... I love Luffy's smile. Alright, look, as a One Piece fan, it's hard not to gas up One Piece, right? But How many smiles in anime and manga hit as hard as Luffy's smile when he has the shit-eating grin going hard? You know what I mean? Like, when Luffy smiles, like, I feel it in my core. Like, my S cells are activating and I'm about to go Super Saiyan. Alright, so we are still covering the Orochi stuff. I hope this doesn't take too long. I kind of hope they would have already gotten all this out of the way and just focus on Gear 5, but I guess they really have to keep this in parallel. Like, they did in the manga, it was good in the manga, but, like, from an anime perspective, it would have been good to end the last episode off on something like this, I think. And, like, the very last shot be Luffy starting to transform. In Road to Laugh Tale, Oda says he has a strange dance that makes people happy. Apparently that's why he's constantly moving. I'm going to have to reread the Road to Laugh Tale books then. I did not see that. Dragon Ball referencing. Yo, dude, I got references for days. If I can do anything in life, it's just solely reference other forms of media. Alright? It's like the one skill I have that can't be taken away from me. My father kept his promise to you, didn't he? I hope if the animation stays as crisp as it looks right now, I hope her crying here is at least really powerful. And I hope if they throwing this in here in this episode, they just oppose it like point blank, like a hard cut, like jarring hard cut, straight to Luffy and Kaido's reaction to Luffy, and Luffy just yeeting him out. Because I feel like from a storytelling perspective, that'd be more efficient in the anime than how they handle it in the manga. Road to Laugh Tale Volume 4, I'm going to have to get right back on that. Reread it all then. Yo, to those watching on TikTok, where I only got the subtitles up at the moment, enjoy. I couldn't, just for copyright purposes, can't show the video. But help get some love by sharing some likes and stuff like that. Also on YouTube as well, if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, give all that good stuff. Share the love. Share the love. I will say I do love being able to actually hear the shamisen actually being played. Because you don't get that same vibe in the manga. Like, you can infer and imagine how it is, but it's very different actually hearing her playing, and I think it's a lot more visceral getting to hear her emotion in playing and struggling to strum as well. I can give you... Please be good. Please make her cry. Ooh. What should you say, you insolent man? I mean, she looks good. She's more put together than I would have hoped. Like, I feel like I've seen Momo scream cry a little worse than that. Wano's theme is one of the best parts of the show. Yo, 100%. I've loved the shamisen. Ever since we first hear it when Zoro's supposed to be being executed, right? The Wano theme goes hard. Oh, and we've got Kanjuro over here. I love how he's snaking in like a ember, but he's also like Orochi's a snake, he's a snake. It's very fitting here. It's like the a snake yokai just creeping in and poisoning you in the night. Yo, he's tiny right now, though. Like, he's straight up an ember. The woman who endured for 20 years failed to get her revenge. Tragicomedy. Orochi's making up his own damn genres now. Rochi, bro, I don't think you can call yourself the strongest when literally everyone and their mum's been kicking your ass since day one. Okay. I love the animation on Kanjuro here. I could take or leave the reaction from Orochi. It's very stylized. I don't know if it was... It was... A lot of effort was put into the animation, but I can't say it was necessarily enjoyable animation for Orochi doing that. Oh, yo, come on. This is why I'm here! Give me the Gear 5! I can do everything I wanted to do. Yo, the boing. Doom tut tut. Doom tut tut. Yo, look at the angles they're getting here. The pink eyes, too. Yo, so he went full albino. Yeah, and the white lining. Kazembo was the weirdest part of Wano. Yeah, it was a bit. Yo, what's the white lightning that he's creating separate to the Conqueror's Haki? Is that supposed to be just like him, like, blasting out the atmosphere or something? Right, so we're at the halfway of the episode now. 13 and a half. Oh, we're just hit 14 minutes in. So we're about to get into all the Gear 5 stuff now. Alright, perfect. Come on. Yo, we're getting the bouncing around. I will say they're taking a real slow time getting into this. But I really do enjoy seeing the joy on him here. But we've seen the same clip now 3 times of him. Oh, there's that smile though. I can't stay mad when I see the smile. Yeah, dude, the boing flip sound effects are perfect. They are so on point. Yo, but it just destroys the top of the dome with Conquerors here. Yo, he just straight up eviscerated people with the Conquerors. Yo, give me the Jerry from Tom and Jerry. I want to see this. For years, people have been making references to One Piece and Tom and Jerry just solely because of, like, all of Luffy's abilities have been shown with Jerry and Tom and Jerry. And the fact that Oda even references that, I love. Show me the Toon Force! Yeah, the squeeze. The squeeze here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I love how the Yo, the eye... the eye twinkle is hilarious. Straw Hat? Yo, I hope we get a... Yo, the kind of looking slick there. Please, show us more reactions from Law and Kid questioning how crazy strong he is. Muscle, muscle, muscle? Yo! Yo, he gave him the 1-2 wham bam combo straight on the noggin. Yo, the animation's going hard here. The suplex? I didn't realize, but watching this in the anime, Luffy just straight up ripped off Jesus Burgess. Man stole his whole kit. Stole his body type too. Yo! Doing the Hulk smash. Dun 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 dun. I'm loving how every time, like, it is getting the bounce castle effect. Muscle, muscle, muscle. I love seeing him just pissing himself laughing too. Clap! Yo, the feet clapping! That's a good callback. Yo, and in Road to Laughter, we know the more he laughs, the stronger he gets. So he's just amping up like crazy here. Oh, is this a boing flip? Oh, yo, the mouth animation then was wild. Yo, this is straight out of The Mask. Yo, when he shoots the borrow breath, Luffy jumps back, helicopters around, stretches it out, grabs the ground. You see the ground turning into rubber. He pulls himself down with his face lagging, flips it. Yo! 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 No. Oh, dude! Yo, that looks so clean! That was so clean! Peep the moonwalk in the midair. Yo, and the fail sound effects for Kaido falling too. Yes, okay. So the earth is still stuck up there, even though he's let go of it. So he turned it into rubber, flipped it up, turned the... Yo, Gear 5. They gave him an ab shot too. Yo, the rundown through all the gears. Yo, that was so many impact frames. I felt like I just had a stroke. Yo, and he's laughing so hard. Oh, no, wait. I was gonna say, he's in Gear 5. Guernica should be gone by now. Alright, it's kind of having a flashback to Guernica. Oh, we actually see Guernica doing hardening in the actual anime, do we? Because he doesn't, like, he says iron body, but we don't actually see him do the hardening in the manga. Yo, I've got to go back. Surely there are some beautifully golden clips, or just straight up like, oh, how did I describe it? Surely there is just some supercuts of this entire fight. I need to go back and binge this whole thing, dude. I'm if the other fights have been like even half this good in animation, I'm gonna be throwing them. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I need to get back into the anime, keep doing weekly anime reactions. I didn't want to go in like that. Back to the moonwalk. Yo! So he's turned the ground back into... Yo, the eye peak! Yo! Luffy for multiverses! Get Luffy for multiverses! I know it's Warner Bros, but get Luffy for multiverses. Yo, and Kaido's having a flashback to all their clashes. All those times Luffy was like equaling him, but it was like a bit of a struggle. Now he's shitting it. Luffy's just flipping. Yo, the sound effect on that little rumman. Oh, yo, I love the animation there on Kaido, the no outlines. Yo. The episode's gonna end here, isn't it? No! Why? You've had years! Oh! Oh, this ending. Yo, I love the whistling. Yo, and Wano. Yo, this goes hard. And we got Yamato over by the shrines. Yo, why? Why did they do this? Why did they... I'm going to cut the feed for TikTok now that the episode's over. why did they end the episode there, right? And not say get the Toki and Orochi stuff, end the last episode with Orochi. Oh, yo, hey, hold on, the animation here. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this because this end credit song looks fucking beautiful. Like, honestly speaking, they've put so much work into that. The ending gave me JJK vibes. Yup. One Piece openings, they are so fitting for One Piece, right? Like, I hear all the time, it's like, you know, who's got better openings, One Piece or Naruto? Right? Openings are only good if they're reflective of the actual show, or what's happening in the show when that opening is there. One Piece's openings have always been more adventurous and suit the show more than a lot of other shows like badass openings, right? For example, the opening song for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, right? Where it just hits off like really soft, really somber, and then hits into the hard rap, right? That song is so fitting because the series starts off really soft and beautiful, and then you just plummet into darkness and you stay down there, right? That's the sort of vibe that you need with the songs. Ending songs though, bro. I think one of my favorite ending songs, apart from Memories in One Piece, one of my favorite ending songs is Life is Like a Boat from Bleach, right? And speaking of which, next episode is supposed to have a new opening. Oh, yes! I'll be keen on a new opening. Surely, it's the anime too, and the anime loves spoiling shit. Surely they're going to start showing some teaser stuff for the end of Wano. Since we're what, like 20 episodes away from probably finishing Wano, the next opening's probably going to be like ending Wano and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of Cross Guild? Like teasing some Cross Guild, some new Yonko sort of stuff. Ooh, that would go hard. It'd be terrible for spoilers, but it would still go hard. As for this episode, they should have cut the Toki and Orochi stuff. They should have had that at the end of the last episode and ended last episode on like a split-second teaser of his heart starting and Zunisha saying Joy Boy. And this whole episode, realistically, for introducing Gear 5, the whole episode should have been conflict. It should have been like, give us 20, 25 minutes of just like go hard for the animation, give us a full episode of it. Because having it, like, they repeated the same like 2-minute long segment for it 3 fucking times, right? And it was great. The animation was slick. You can't have like, realistically speaking, the animation for this episode is a 10 out of 10. The content covered in this episode was like a 5 out of 10, with some stuff, obviously, like Gear 5 itself first being shown, being like peaks where it would be like, that's a 10, but then it drops for repeating scenes and showing other stuff. I really hope the next episode goes hard. I heard this had broken multiple sites and that. We got the teaser for it as well. It was amazing. Like, the way the blast breath looked when he deflected the blast breath, straight up, stunning. Between this episode and the next episode, it's going to be hard for me to name an anime I've seen recently that's going to surpass that in terms of raw animation. It should have been an hour-long special. Yeah, no, actually, yes. It should have been an hour-long special. It should have been a triple feature. 3 episodes, back-to-back. I wouldn't even care if we had a 2-week break leading up to it and a 1-week break after it. To have 3 episodes in one, back-to-back-to-back. Just like what they did for Ultra Instinct. That would have probably, realistically speaking, that probably would have made it significantly more palatable, right? Because it was great. It was, like, don't get me wrong, it was great-ish. Great-ish. Like, and I don't want to bad talk it, because, like, I loved it. It was fun as anything to see, but at the same point in time, it was not. This episode was getting hyped up like it's supposed to be next week's episode, right? And I think that's going to go over a lot of people's heads. Like, because the way I was seeing people talking about it and stuff like that, they were like, this is either the greatest episode of all time, or, you know, this was terrible and stuff like that. Like, I've seen people already making comments on it. I'd avoided any clips from it. People's opinions are a bit different to that. But it was good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a good episode. Could have been better. Artistically could have been better. Not only could it have been longer, not only could it have taken some artistic differences in that, like, anytime you have an ability shown for the first time, you should get to see it for a majority of the time. Not have 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Like, I know he's meant to bounce around on the floor, but don't give us 5 minutes of him flailing around on the floor. Like, he can't sit still. Right? Because that is a bit of a bait and switch. Because most people were mistaken thinking it was going to be like the next episode. Yeah. No, I get you, man. Like, if people liked the ending of this and were like, oh my god, that looks amazing, what I expect to come out of the next bits is going to be like, guys, just take it. Right? Just take it. Enjoy it. It's going to be better. I've seen people saying it was mid for 7 months production time when it hasn't. Oh, when 1002 has that, not 1071. Yeah. That's the thing. People are going to do what they can to discredit it as well. Right? Because one, Toei is terrible at pacing. Example A. 2, the next episode is going to go hard. I hope the next episode gives just 25 minutes. 25 minutes, new animation. They put 7 months into it. Give us a full-length feature. Don't give us any repeated scenes. Right? Take your time. Have fun with it. Expand the content. Don't repeat the content. Right? That's what makes a true 10 out of 10 episode. And that's hard for One Piece, because One Piece has an average of like half a chapter to 3/4 of a chapter per episode. But honestly speaking, you've had enough time to plan, add filler, to expand episodes and scenes prior to this, specifically to make this right. If you f it up here, honestly speaking, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place, right? Honestly speaking. That being said, let's restart this end song. I want to hear this from the beginning again. So, we're starting from 21:56 on Crunchy. Hey, the whistling's nice. I would listen to this as like while I'm doing work around the house. Time's up. Someone laughed again. Oh, I didn't even realize the lyrics. All right, now hide and seek. It's over. Let's go, come on. Make our hearts beat loudly. Okay, this is straight up just a Gear 5 song. Something will change, we can see it soon. Bit tough, there's still time. 1, 2, 3. Let's raise it. Yeah, the animation on like the chibi straw hats at the end here is beautiful. Yo, Kid Killer and Law too. Yo. Oh, Otoku. Otaku? Toki? No. I'm forgetting her name. Otoko. It was good seeing her happy there. I think, based on this, there may be an animation change end of Wano. Because they're showing scenes in this ending here from the end of Wano, which makes me feel like they've already started animating it. Which also makes me feel like the animation style may change to be something more like this. Like, pausing this right here. 23 minutes and 7 seconds into the episode. Like, Zoro's got a lazy eye, yes, but it looks like they're going to the thinner pencil lines. than what they've had in Wano. Because in Wano, they've made it look like brush strokes a lot of the time. It looks like they're going back to pencil-thin lines when leaving Wano to show a shift in the change of the world. But they're obviously keeping the like high-tech coloring and shading and stuff like that. So if we get that, it kind of looks like, I think, is it One Piece Movie 6? If 1072 has a single millisecond of filler, I'm gonna drop the anime altogether. Just stick to the manga. Yo, see, that's the problem. I only read the manga and come back to the anime when I get told, like, this is gonna be a good episode. And I grew up on the anime. I love the early anime. It's just... If I was in charge of the directorial direction for One Piece, I would be doing some very serious things very differently. Very differently. Possibly animation closer to... possibly animation closer to film red. Yeah, kind of. Because, like, I'm paused on 2308 at the moment, right? Luffy's face smiling back. It looks like the animation from, I think, the 6th film, which had a very unique animation style. But a lot of people did like it and, love that animation style. Because it's like, I'm not against weird... Ooh, okay, next week's episode. Yeah. The Earth becomes bouncy and all of his techniques are bizarre. Where he's making a tsunami out of the ground. The comedic scene is enough to make your eyes pop out your head. Attention everyone, this is his peak. On the next episode of One Piece, Ridiculous Power, Gear 5 in full play. Okay, that next episode should be good. That next episode should be damn good, and I'm excited to see it. I'll do a reaction for it this weekend. That being said, right, I'm going to wrap this up here. Movie 6 had a very Studio Ghibli style of animation. Yeah, 100%. See, I'm a fan of weird animation. Like, I know a lot of people hate on it. My favorite fight in Naruto is the pain fight because of the weird animation. Like, having very dynamic and absurdist impact frames and stuff like that makes animation feel otherworldly, right? It's one of my favorite things about animation because you can take these people that wouldn't move in certain ways and distort them certain ways, but you can do it so quick that your brain doesn't register it, even though it knows what happened, right? That's the kind of stuff I really love from a film standpoint and stuff like that. So, absolutely like that. If they go back to that sort of animation style for it, it would be really interesting because if they kept the high quality for it, it could signify a change each arc for animation direction, which could allow One Piece to get a lot more creative with its film direction, which could add a lot more into the series going towards the end. Like, I know for a lot of people, right, when the animation changes, when they get to Alabasta, when it changes from Alabasta to Sky Island, when it changes from Sky Island, and you get over to Water 7, that animation peak there, and then when you get to Sabity, and the animation peaks again there going into the Marineford War, right? These peaks in animation, like, they didn't do it a lot, but they did do it periodically as the technology got better and stuff like that, and it made wild differences. And I remember how jarring it was at first seeing crisp animation or even 3D animation at times, like the One Piece opening. I think it's Crazy Crazy Rainbow Star, maybe, off the top of my head, with the CGI water and stuff like that. And just thinking, like, how beautiful and dynamic it was being able to see that sort of stuff and how much it changes over time. And it adds to the story. It adds to the animation. And it encapsulates a moment in time. So from a film standpoint, you can look back at, decades worth of work put into the show and go, this is what, like, this looked like this because this is what the era was at the time. And you can see that growth because one of the big things about One Piece, it's a coming of age story. It's like the world's longest coming of age story, right? Big part of it is the animation coming of age too into each generation. Sabity Marineford was the best pre-Wano animation. Yo, 100%. The the clarity, because it was clarity, right? Even on 360p, watching the episodes on YouTube a decade ago, right? The clarity was crisp on those Marineford episodes, right? We all know it. We all, like, even if we never took conscious note of it, we all know that those things looked clean and crisp. And that's the thing. As animation moves on, as things get wilder and grander, One Piece does have to keep pace with that. And, like, we've seen it this last year with a lot of the animations and clips and stuff like that that have been coming out of the anime. It looks amazing. It looks great. But stylizing it, keeping it consistent, that's where it'll be hard. Because once you get something, you can't go back, right? We're all way too greedy in this world these days for us to get this, to reach the peak, and have to climb down again before climbing back up to maybe a lesser peak. So, that's just my opinion on it. That being said, this was One Piece, not chapter. I'm so used to just reading the manga, God. This was One Piece episode 1071, right? The Gear 5 reveal. I absolutely loved it. You catch me this weekend. I'll be doing 1072. Also, for those of you that are manga only fans, the current chapter for One Piece was chapter 1089. We have a break this week in the manga. This weekend, I'm going to try and organize some people to do a live discussion about the chapter, because I tell you what, I haven't had the chance to talk about it. It was a damn good chapter. I've got a lot of theories, a lot of thoughts buzzing around in my head, so I will be keen for it there. Luffy versus Full Body and Django was way better, more crisp than it needed to be, and it was like 2 seconds long. Yeah, so one of my... Animation, just one last animation comment here before I end it. One of my favorite animation parts in Marineford is when Luffy's running, fighting against normal Marines, and because they're elite soldiers, he's not, like, whipping and killing 10 of them at once, right? They're stronger. They're meant to be stronger. So they're coming in, right? And Luffy's still way stronger than them. But, like, one will come in with a bat, take a swing at him, he'll dodge. Another one will come in, he'll have to dodge. And then instead of just doing one big attack, I remember the moment specifically, right? He jumps up, hits this one dude in the face, another guy swings in, he does, like, a flip spin kick off it, and whip kicks him in the head before punching another dude. 3 dudes takes out one after the other. That was one of the cleanest and crisp 2 seconds of animation in One Piece. And moments like that stick with fans, because it's hard not to love them, right? Like, even when people have gone back and looked at, like, the reanimated stuff with, like, Luffy or Zoro and Whiskey Peak, that stuff looks good. It doesn't take long. It's just crisp, dynamic movements. It's every anime fan's favorite thing. You know what I mean? That being said, until the next episode of One Piece being 1072, or until the next chapter of One Piece being 1090, or until the next video of mine you watch, thank you guys and girls for coming through. It is really appreciated. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, help us hit our goal of 200 subscribers. Give the video a thumbs up and all that good stuff, and check out the link tree in the description down below. It'll take you to things like the Discord, where you can join and talk anything anime and manga related. It'll take you to things like my Twitter, my Twitch, my TikTok, where I'm currently sitting at a little over 700 followers on TikTok. Got to get that number up to 1,000 so I can multi-stream. For those of you that migrated over from TikTok, you'll see that the quality there was a little That's because it was me recording this setup off my phone, as opposed to me streaming this setup directly to TikTok, because I need to hit that 1K to be able to do that. That being said, couldn't do this without you guys and girls. It is really appreciated. Until the next bit of content, whatever it is you're here for, thank you guys and girls for coming through. Love you all. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. Have a damn good day. Goodbye.